Okay, I'd like to talk about why the range of a short is from minus 32,768 through 0 to positive 32,767. Let's take a look here. We're going to create a variable called x, and x is a variable type short, and you can see up in RAM it's going to take up 2 bytes in memory. I'm going to assign the value of x 12. Well, what that means when you look here is that here are the 2 bytes, and I'm going to turn on the 8-bit and the 4-bit, and that's all the bits I'm going to turn on in these 2 bytes to store the value 12. Okay, well, how do you store numbers here? Take a look from your right to left. You'll see the value of 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. And then you'll see 256, 512, 1024, 2048, 4096, 8192, 16,384, 32,768. Now, to be honest with you, there are a total of 65,536 different ways to configure these 16 wires. And if you take 65,536 and cut it in half, you can only store, if you include 0 through 32,767 to the right, and you can go from 0 to minus 32,768 on the left. You cannot store any more data in these 2 bytes than 65,536 different values. And since we have to include both positive and negative, we cut that in half and we go to 32,767 on the positive side and down to minus 32,768 on the negative side. The reason we have 32,767 to the positive is we have to allow for 0. How would you store 32,767 here? Well, you would turn on every single bit except the very last one. You turn on all 15 except the very last one, and when you add them all up, it comes to 32,767. How would you store 129? You turn on the 128-bit and the 1. How would you store 258? You turn on the 256-bit and the 2. How would you store 16,385? You turn on the 16,384-bit, the second one from your left, and the 1. So that's how you store numbers, and that's why the range of a short is what it is. If you want to talk about the range of an int, now what you'd have to do is you'd have to have not only 2 bytes here, but you'd have to go out 2 more bytes. And as you go out 2 more bytes, you'd be going to the left 16 more places, 16 more bits. And if you go out that far, there are over 4 billion different possibilities. And if you put 0 in the middle, you can go minus 2 billion, approximately minus 2 billion to the left and plus 2 billion to the right. So the range of an int, which takes up 4 bytes in memory, is minus 2 billion to the left and plus 2 billion to the right.